Hej och välkommen to the How to Swede in Real Life language course for beginners. My name is Helena, but you can just call me the Swede. I was born and raised in Sweden, so naturally, Swedish is my native language. My goal is not to teach you perfect textbook Swedish. My goal is to teach you real-life Swedish for real-life situations. The Swedish you actually hear, use, and need in real life. Think of this course as learning Swedish from a friend. My promise to you, no complicated grammar, no boring textbooks, no pressure. Language is about communication anyway, and the goal is to be understood. So let's get comfortable speaking Swedish rather than grammatically correct every time. And most of all, have fun learning Swedish with me. I'm Barney.
Lesson 1. The Swedish language.
Is Swedish difficult to learn? People often ask me if Swedish is hard to learn. And honestly, no.
In fact, Swedish is considered one of the easiest languages to learn, at least for English speakers. That's because English and Swedish are closely related. Both are Germanic languages and share thousands of similar words. For example, hand, hand, winter, vinter, glass, glas, hotel, hotell, music, musik, problem, problem. You probably know more Swedish than you actually realize.
Where is Swedish spoken? Swedish is the official language of Sweden and one of the official languages of Finland.
Around 10 million people speak Swedish as a native language, and something that often surprises visitors is that almost everyone in Sweden speaks excellent English. So if you ever get stuck while visiting Sweden, don't panic. English also works, but Swedes absolutely appreciate it when you make the effort to speak even a few words in Swedish. A simple hey can go a long way.
The Swedish alphabet. The Swedish alphabet looks very familiar. It has all the same letters as the English alphabet, plus 3 extra ones. O, Ä, Ö.
These aren't just letters with little decorations on top. They're completely separate letters and appear at the very end of the alphabet. We'll practice them throughout this course, so don't worry about memorizing their sounds today.
Swedish vowels, the big 9. English has 5 main vowels. Swedish has 9. A, E, I, O, U, I, Å, Ä, Ö. Did I get all of them right? A, E, I, O, U, I, Å, Ä, Ö.
If you've ever heard Swedish spoken and thought it sounded a little musical, the vowels are one of the reasons why. They might feel and sound strange at first, but your ears will quickly get used to them. Why Swedish sounds like singing. Swedish has a natural rhythm and melody that's different from English, but you don't have to master that melody to be understood. As you listen more to Swedish, you'll naturally start to pick up the rhythm, so don't even think about sounding perfect. Even native speakers have different accents depending on where they're from. Pronunciation. Swedish pronunciation is actually much more predictable than English. Once you learn how a letter or a combination of letters is pronounced, it usually stays that way, whereas English likes to keep us guessing. Just think about these words: though, through, tough, thought, thorough. They all look similar, but they're pronounced completely differently. Swedish words are much kinder to us, and once you learn the rules, they're surprisingly consistent.
Grammar, the short version. Let's talk about grammar just for 1 minute. One of the best things about learning Swedish is that grammar is actually a lot easier than you think. For example, Swedish verbs don't change much depending on who's doing the action. In English, we say, I am, you are, she is, we are. So different words. In Swedish, jag är, du är, hon är, vi är. The verb stays exactly the same, much easier. Word order is also very similar to English. which makes it easier to start building sentences. We'll learn grammar naturally as we go. I promise I'll keep it simple and practical.
But if you want to learn more grammar, I have links in the description to easy Swedish grammar lessons you can check out.
Lesson summary. Today you learned that Swedish has 29 letters, 3 extra letters, å, ä, ö, 9 vowels, and grammar is a lot simpler than you expect. Most importantly, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to start. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll learn words, greetings, introductions, and your first real conversation in Swedish. Vi ses! Hej då!